Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the PivotBoss pre-market video for Wednesday, December 21st, 2022. I am Frank Ochoa, aka PivotBoss. Happy Hump Day, everyone. Here's a look at the daily time frame of the ES. Right now, you'll see the ES pushing higher in pre-market trading here. It's a sideways to up type of move, mostly sideways for the NQ, kind of sideways and up for the ES right now. Higher than the previous session's highs at the moment. Again, this is something we mentioned here recently where even if we were to bounce, the fact that we've already broken down through major market structure levels, that next bounce could provide an opportunity for bears to defend, reject the rally, and perhaps start to push this thing a bit lower to the downside. Bulls need to reclaim 39.20 in big fashion. If they just run right up to it or push barely beyond it, it could start to see rejection that leads us to a lower high and a continuation down. So right now we do have a decent day time frame push higher here. Not expecting a major rally, and also watching for signs of a potential rejection after a move higher here. Again, 39.20 going to be the key level to watch there. If we take a look at the NQ, this one right now trading 26% of average range. 26%. You can see right here, full on sideways here today at the upper end of the range. Again, this one right here gave up a key level here a couple of days ago. That 11.4 was very significant. You see 11.6 up here, big time key level on the FOMCs. So any pullback or bounce could still be seen as a sell opportunity for a continuation down. Failing to hold the previous month's midpoint opens up the previous month's low as well. So again, while we could see a little bit more sideways to up price action at some point, we may begin to see a rejection here that takes us back down a bit more. If price can push back through 11,400, then it could open up a bit of a rally back within the previous range up above. Let's take a look here at crude oil. Crude's up 2.2% at the moment. We're seeing a decent move into 78. Yesterday we talked about the 6-day narrow range. We have a 6-day narrow range that has developed in crude here, and it's basically this compression right here. And based on the downward price action, if this becomes a failed breakout to the upside, we could then use that high to suggest how low we could go up ahead on the next rotation downward. So today's going to be important to see, can it hold on to these gains, or do we see some sort of rejection that brings us back down in the range? If we've just pushed through the top of the 6-day narrow range and we fail and say we close back toward 76, it could look very similar to this day or perhaps this day just before it starts to drop back down. Now, on the other hand, 78 is going to be very important. Again, if price can push through and hold above that level, perhaps there's a bit more strength that could happen back toward 83.5 or 84. But right now, given the downtrend, given the pullback, given the modest test at the top end of the 6-day narrow range, any sort of rejection there could be used as a pivot for the next rotation downward. As of right now, could be looking at a big time move of between 8.5 and 11 points of range up ahead. All right, let's take a look now at gold futures. Gold had a big day to the upside in the previous session, but still stays within the range. 1830 to 1780 is the 50-point range that price has been within throughout the month so far. We've had a few big squeeze days. We had this one to begin the month. We had this one in the middle here, and then we have this one here later on. And each day after that was a negative day here, a fade after trend day. We had a big move to the upside yesterday, held those gains. Keep an eye on 1820 here. If there's a failure to hold 1820, we could begin to see this thing fade back down, 1810, and over the next couple of days this thing could drop back toward the bottom of the range. So keep an eye here on 1820 for a potential fade back into the range. Lastly, looking at the YM. Right now the YM's up about 1% at the moment. 287 point range has been averaging over 600 on a 5 and 10 day split. It is retesting right now the 33,435 key level from below. That's the top of the key range. The top of the key range. It held it, and then when it pushed through here, it now could become resistance. Again, you also have a falling period average as well. That's providing resistance above the highs as well. So right now, again, after this higher high failure and this big drop, the next pullback could be used as an opportunity for bears to defend and extend this move lower. 31,500 could be the next target down if price can't reestablish acceptance back above 33,435. All right, that is it for now. We'll see how this plays out heading into the rest of the session. Good luck, trade well, and I'll see you in the trading room. Take care.